Hello everyone and welcome to my second video on this channel. My name is Firekeeper and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's go. Ah, Ashen One, it's good to see you again. Come closer and warm yourself by the fire. It's dark night tonight and many will be afraid to travel in conditions like these. I suppose you'll be staying with me for a while. Well, what story would you like to hear this time? Oh, I know one. I know. I will tell you a story about the first of the dead, about the Grave Lord, about Nito. Nito, my dear friend, was one of those who found the four Lord's souls, together with Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight, the Witch of Izalith, and the 45 Pygmy. Each of them represented something. One represented light that does not fade even in the thickest darkness. Another represented the great power of the fire, and another represented humanity and darkness itself. Nito represented cold and the merciless death. Did you know that Nito had died once before? The manner of his death is unknown, but he did resurrected himself into the form of a pile of skeletons. Thanks to his power, of course. He then learned to wield the power of his Lord's soul, eventually reaching the point where he could bring death to any living creature. He also channeled this power into his Grave Lord sword, forged from the bones of the fallen and exuding his deadly miasma. When the Great War with the dragons began, Nito decided to join forces with the other lords, Gwyn and Izalith, against the Archdragons. While Lord Gwyn used his lighting powers, and Izalith used her magic to create huge firestorms, Nito unleashed his miasma of death, which caused the dragons to literally crumble to dust. And when they didn't, they were so weakened that Gwyn's silver knights could pierce their no longer so hard scales. After a long and relentless battle, the lords finally defeated the dragons. After the war, Nito returned to the catacombs and the tomb of giants, where the skeletons of giants and other creatures lay hidden. There he began to establish his own domain, a place untouched by light, where no flame burned and where darkness, cold and death reigned supreme. However, he began to bury the gods and priests into his domain, from Enerlondo, the great city of Lord Gwyn. He eventually sacrificed part of his Lord's soul to spread death, earning him the title of Grave Lord. Thus he became the keeper of death for all beings. However, Nito was not powerful enough to oversee the death of every being. When beings began to resist death, he created Fenites, beings who could waive death. After equipping them with the weapon Dark Drift, he tasked them with guarding the dead. The Fenites knew only that death was the final stage of life, and that everyone, even the undead, would have to face it. Nito also created the Milfanito, women whom he taught to sing and who were tasked with comforting the undead. Even several brave people also chose to serve him. Their task was to allow the eyes of death to spread havoc and misery throughout time and space. Thus, with the help of his servants, Nito continued to oversee death in the world and expand his influence and power. Only when the chosen undead managed to ring the bells of awakening and overcome the challenges of Seth's fortress, thanks to his abilities of course, and eventually reaching Anlondo, where he was led by King Seeker Fremd to find the giant soul so that he could link the fading first flame. The chosen undead then made his way to the catacombs deep down to the sarcophags and defeated the first of the dead, Nito, to obtain the Lord's soul from him. And so ended the story of Nito. He was the force of the first death and decay, the element without which neither the great fire nor the small fire we now sit beside could exist. However, the truth lies in the darkness, not the warmth. We must move on. Rest, Session 1, but don't stay long. Time is running out. Wherever you go, I hope we meet again beside another fire. Until then, be careful. Okay, so that is the end, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I would really appreciate it if you could give me a like, subscribe, and maybe write me some comment. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.